Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. The model for today's look is my friend Aryani, and the look that I've created on her is this lovely pink glitter eye, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you like such videos, do subscribe to my channel, and let's hop right into the video. Starting with her eyebrows, I'm going to use the Brow Girl Brow Definer from Nykaa. I'm going to use the spoolie side of it and brush her eyebrow hair upward. And then using the side that's got the product, that's the pencil, I'm just going to fill her eyebrows in. Then using the Sultry palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm going to use the shade Fresh just to put it all over her lid and to start off with for a base. I will now take this light brown color from the very same eyeshadow palette as a transition shade. I'm just going to define her crease and I'm going to put it toward the outer section of her eyes. I'll now use this pink glitter shade Rose Quartz on a very flat brush, and I'm just going to pack it onto her eyes. I'll just pack it onto the lid, just toward the front and the middle section. Then taking this tiny detailer brush, I'm just going to blend all of that very strategically. Lastly, to blend all of that in, I'm taking a big fluffy brush and blending it all. And then taking the shade Pearl, it's a lighter shimmer shade, I'm just going to put it toward the inner corner of the eye just to kind of open it up a little more. Taking this dark brown shade on an angular brush, I will line the eye just to make it look very neat. So that is pretty much it for the eye look. I'm just going to end it with curling her lashes. I like to kind of, go over curling the lashes a couple times just to make sure it's really nicely curled. And then for the mascara, I'm going to use my all-time favorite mascara from Too Faced and just coat her lashes with a lot of mascara. Also, I'm going to ask her to look down and slightly lift her lid a little up while doing that. I'm now going to use this moisturizer to hydrate or kind of prep the skin wherever I feel it's kind of dry and it needs that kind of hydration, which is under her eyes. I'll put some over there, and with my hand I'll just spread it all over her face. Her skin is pretty much prepped, but just to kind of even it out a little more, I'm going to use this primer from Benefit. It's the Professional Primer. Using this palette from MAC, I'm going to take the yellow and the orange shade and I'm going to place it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to go with this concealer shade and I'm going to mix all the three together. I'm going to use this as a color corrector, so I'm just going to place this under her eyes where there are some sort of dark circles and around her mouth where there's some sort of pigmentation. And then with a damp beauty blender, I will blend all of that really, really well. Now I'm going to use the foundation from Makeup Forever. And I'm going to just put it toward the central portion of her face and just go over wherever I put the color corrector. Then I'm going to take the beauty blender and blend that really well because I don't want the product to kind of move. And then I'm going to take this stippling brush and put the foundation all over her face. Now you could just use a beauty blender or your fingers or a big stippling brush or any foundation brush. I just kind of like to go with a couple different brushes and put the foundation on the face. Also, this shade looks slightly lighter, but this foundation tends to oxidize, which means it'll kind of become a little darker eventually. So it won't look like all that different. And then with the beauty blender, I'll just make sure everything is well blended. Also, I will take this, tiny flat brush and a concealer shade from the Kryolan palette. I'm sorry I couldn't show the shade, but it's FS22. And I'll just go over her blemishes and just conceal that. I'll just spot conceal this. I'll also add it wherever I feel, I need some sort of coverage. So yeah. And yet again, with the damp beauty blender, I will just blend all of that in. I'm now going to use the shade FS36 from the Kryolan palette, and I'm going to use it as a concealer and just to brighten some areas of her face, which is the under eyes, the bridge of the nose, the chin and the forehead. And with the beauty blender, I will blend all of that in again. Now just to contour her face, I'm going to use the Revolution palette, and I'm going to kind of feel her face to know where exactly her cheekbones are so I could define it better. And with this angular brush, I'll just pack it and kind of blend the contour, the powder contour on her face. And with a fluffy round brush, I'll blend that really well. Now again, you could just use a fluffy brush or just stick to one brush, but I just like to make sure everything is well blended and looks really nice on camera, which is why I kind of tend to switch with the brushes. Also for the jawline, I didn't really go to define it, I just added some shadow. And lastly, I will just contour her nose very little. Since I'm kind of going for that monochrome vibe, for the lips, I'll go with a pink shade. To highlight the higher points of her face, I'm going to use the Girl Meets Pearl highlighter from Benefit. And with my finger, I'm just going to put it on her cheekbones and blend it. Then just to make sure everything looks well blended, again, I'll just go with a stippling brush and, make sure it's all well nestled. And I'll put some of it just on her forehead and just the bridge of the nose. So that's pretty much it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time in another video.